After what happened yesterday, the Buffalo Bills, prohibitive favorites to win the Super Bowl, followed by the Eagles and then the Chiefs. And then there's a big drop-off after that. It's the Buccaneers at 15-1, the Niners 15-1, the Vikings, who had a bye week, 16-1. And some of those surprises yesterday, the Seahawks over the Chargers. If the Chargers start out on the road in the postseason, don't get a first-round bye, it's because of losses like that against the Seahawks. But give credit to Seattle. Geno Smith played well. Kenneth Walker, the running back out of Michigan State, who I thought would be the Rookie of the Year, finally had his coming-out party here. The Chiefs roll. The Bengals, Cowboys with Dak back. Titans, they don't go away. The Giants don't go away. The Ravens still lingering. The Jets on the road. The Raiders and the Dolphins pick up the victory tonight. It's the Bears at the Patriots. Most of the focus will be and should be on two aging quarterbacks in the NFC. You can call them aging by the way they played. They would be veterans, another description if they were winning. But Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and this is what happens. You count them out. How many times have you said, Tom Brady can't come back? It's 28-3. Oh, that team's not very good this year. And then all of a sudden you go, he's back. And they should get better. Green Bay, I don't know. Right now, I have no idea. And I don't think Aaron Rodgers has any idea either.
We just got to play better, all of us. I think if we all look at the film, there's probably a number of plays in every phase that we could have done better. But I said it before, the margin of error is so tight that we don't execute at all on offense. It's not winning football.
He's been saying this. You can go back the last couple of weeks and hear the same thing. Here's Tom Brady after their loss, an embarrassing loss in Carolina.
You have to work hard. You have to have discipline, commitment, mental and physical toughness. Those are all character traits. And we have a lot of great guys in the locker room. So we're going to go in tomorrow morning. We've got a short week. We've got to work hard to try to fix it.
The Buccaneers' loss is inexplicable. Like you're going, wait, they didn't score a touchdown. You had Mike Evans dropping a sure touchdown there. And maybe that changes things. You're facing a team that's having a fire sale. And you lose and you don't score a touchdown? And then you have P.J. Walker, USFL quarterback, who comes in to beat you. The Packers were at least on the road against the Commanders. And Taylor Heineke, who I think is, the best quarterback for them, not Carson Wentz, he was okay yesterday. He was just good enough. But I go back to trying to figure out Green Bay. And I can't lay this all at the feet of Aaron Rodgers. We do give the quarterback way too much credit and sometimes way too much blame. I still would like to have seen him in preseason be more involved with those wide receivers. Do they make mistakes? Absolutely. Are they going to continue? Yes. They're young receivers. But when you lose Devontae Adams, to me, it was a higher priority to play a little bit in the preseason. Would that have mattered? Maybe not. But it could have helped, or it could have better prepared them a little bit. And you're watching a team that's barely averaging 18 points a game. And they didn't put pressure on Aaron Rodgers. He didn't get sacked. He got hit once. It's just one of those games where you go, how is this happening? And it feels like there's more and more of those this year in the NFL where you go, wait, what happened? You got the Giants? Yeah. Now they almost lost it. But it was one of those games, and Seton Paulie brought this up. Like, you're rooting for the Giants because they've been down for such a long period of time. But then you're like, well, gosh, let's stay on Jacksonville's bandwagon a little bit. That was kind of so you're rooting for both of the teams, whoever has the ball last. And I think people have quieted down on the Jags. They jumped in. Okay, new coach, everything. Yep, they're going to be a playoff caliber team. I think they're going to be a dangerous team, an interesting team. They're not a playoff team, but you can see that they have something there. And you're trying to figure all of this out. Keep this in mind. Last year, the Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams lost all 3 games in November, went 0-3. We tend to panic. And that, I think you're going to get to the point after the trade deadline where you go, okay, they didn't do anything, or they traded away, some players here. The Buccaneers 2 years ago went through a really tough stretch, ended up winning the Super Bowl. It's just, if you see where a team can get better, get healthier, like the Chargers have way too many injuries and are not going to be a Super Bowl caliber team just because of the injuries. If you're starting to get players back, you look at your schedule, you got Buccaneers and the Ravens Thursday night. So when Todd Bowles goes, it's about as dark as it can get, no, that's not true, because you do have Thursday night. All right, Seton, what's the poll question today?
Well, Dad, we could start right there almost with the playoffs. Who would you bet on to make? Who would you bet on to make the playoffs? We could throw the Packers on there, the Buccaneers, 49ers, Raiders, Browns.
Boy, all you wanted the Browns to do, if you're a Browns fan, is just, can we hold on? Can we be a 500 team by the time Deshaun Watson joins us? That's a real puzzler, because that's a good roster. You got maybe the best running back in football. You got a good offensive line. I thought the defense was going to be a little bit more formidable, but Cleveland has been a real disappointment. The Raiders got to win. I know it's the Texans. Yeah. Paulie goes, they might be the best 2-win team in football. I go, I don't know if that's a rallying cry. Come on, get in here, guys. We're the best 2-win team. Yeah.
2-5 and getting better.
Yeah.
The best 2-5 in the league.